Hey everyone, welcome to the 200th episode of the Comic Card Fans Update. It's good to be here. It is absolutely good to be here. We've got a very short show planned for you this evening. I know that's a surprise, but I guarantee you, I don't think we're going to go much longer than an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. But we've got a busy day tomorrow. But yeah, we made it to 200. I thought we'd spare no expense tonight. I had the fireworks come out and everything like that. I thought it'd be fun to get us started off with a little bit of a celebration. Um, like I wrote in the email today, it's not quite 4 years that we started doing these things, but close enough to say that we've been doing this a long time, and to have lasted this long with as inconsistent as I guess we've evolved the show, right? Early on, it was just a little update, and I would take market data information and a few other things. I'd show off a few pieces of art, and I'd turn off the recording, and we'd move on from that. But yeah, it's good to have made it this far, and have so many of you guys here hanging out with me, and gals. I'm sure I saw some of you guys are already at the Westin right now at the bar, or hanging out in your room. I guess Stingray is eating some B-dubs right now at the Westin. I'm jealous. If I was smart, I would have flown over there this evening, and I wouldn't even be doing a show tonight. But we'll be there tomorrow and hanging out. But the thing is 4 years of doing this has been a lot of fun. It's totally changed my perspective on comic card collecting, and also just the way the community's built. I think one of the coolest things that we've all gotten out of this channel, or at least many of us, is that so many of us actually met for the first time in person, virtually, through the stuff that we've been doing on this channel, not just on these CAF updates, but just through the collector conversations. And man, I was thinking about trying to think of a list of all the people who I feel really helped contribute to getting us here. I started thinking about it, and I thought, I'd leave people out. It might not be worth it to try to, thank everybody for getting us to where we're at today. But I think everybody knows, who's played a pretty important pivotal role here and there throughout the 4 years. Marcus Y is saying that 200 is a milestone that needs 3 hours at least. Nah. I am not a glutton for punishment, nor do I need that. There's no ego to feed here. I'm happy that we've made it this far. But we do have giveaways tonight, and I might as well just throw it out there now. We'll probably give these away later when I've got Chris Snork on, and we're going through the picks. Maybe midway through the picks or something, we'll do the giveaway. But what I was thinking of, I figure I'll give 10 shirts away, and it'll be really up to you guys what you want. We do have OAX shirts left over from the OAX. They're all only large, so if you're bigger or smaller than a large, you're going to end up having to go over to TeePublic. And many of you guys know where the link is. But if you end up winning, I'll send you the TeePublic link if that's what you prefer to get, and you can pick the shirt out that you want. And boy, I'm getting pinged all over the place. And then I'll just get it ordered and shipped to you. So, but yeah, we'll give away, I guess, 10 tonight was my plan. So this is going to be real easy. That's all you got to do is basically type hashtag 200 into the chat and hit enter, and it should just start working. As far as I know, I've only done these a few times through the StreamYard platform, but that is how they do it. But yeah, sorry, Eric. Yay, look at this. I had no idea I'd see Eric this evening. Just wanted to pop in and congratulate. Yeah, the big 200, man. Eric and I emailed recently, thinking about like the future of CAF and where it's been and everything. And I don't know, I still feel like that guy in the garage still working on this thing at the end of the day. I mean, we have bigger aspirations than that, but it still feels like in a lot of ways like when we got started. I'm having fun. I feel like I'm starting over all over again with just the new stuff coming out, the app, and just OAX 2025 is the second show. I mean, we got too many new things coming around, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I have to try this. When I was thinking about who got it started, I always have to go back to the Glenn, Will, and Mike, man, because if those guys didn't have the nerve to hop on camera with me originally, we wouldn't have done any of this stuff. But after them, there's just been so many people, and I think God, see, that's where I'm going to trip myself up. But when you think of Dino and Jordan starting off with the amateur stuff, and James Siegel helping collector conversations, Dino popping in numerous times throughout the last 4 years to shed wisdom on his collecting interests. I think has really changed a lot of our views on what makes a good piece of art, and also how we should approach the hobby in general. And his help on many of our heritage recaps has been indispensable. I mean, I'll give him that. I enjoy every time I get to spend a little bit of time with Dino. I learned something. I think everybody else does too. To Capfinity and beyond. Thank you, Goo. I appreciate that. You have 23 entries. It's about, well, it's not even half of the people who's watching right now. But please, everybody should at least enter in this. I want to give away 10 shirts. I'd give one away to everybody if I could, but the pockets aren't that deep these days. But it's all for the good of the hobby. If anybody who gets a shirt, you definitely better be sporting it at any of the upcoming cons this summer, and also into the fall and all that stuff, and then all the way to OAX. But see, I'm probably leaving out a lot of people. Chris Nork, who's hung out with me at almost, it feels like 3 years now. Larry Tan, who's stepped in, done collector conversations. Let's see, Mikhail, he's been co-hosting the best ofs. He's been on Amateur Dueling Dealers. I mean, shoot, see, my list could go on and on. I'm already forgetting probably a dozen people who've helped out getting us to this point. But why aren't they on Dueling Dealers? Who? I guess I missed what I was saying when Marcus asked me that question. Let's see. Jalen started watching these early. Those early ones were never very good. Well, it's not. The thing is, the early ones were just fun. We had no preconceived ideas on what was right and what was wrong. But we were just giving it all a try, right? We were all stuck at home and had nothing else better to do. So whatever you guys needed and whatever I felt like doing just seemed to work really well. And yeah. And like I said, I should have made a list, but you all know who you are. But I'll be honest, though, it comes back to the cool part for this for me was just kind of getting out from behind the wall that I had put out there, wanting to be just the mechanic and getting to hang out with everybody. It meant a lot to do that. Kevin Sharp, Adam Law, everyone but Jason D'Ambrosio. That is so true. I wanted to mention Kevin. All of those pages I love excerpts. I mean, the list goes on and on. All right, yeah, Maureen. Did Maureen help me with the channel? All right, she's helped me with CAF. She has helped me with the channel. All right, and the kids too. Everybody. The thing is, like I said in my email earlier today, I think we've really built this as a community. This was never about any one particular person. People stepped up; they wanted to, and I think that was the thing that I've learned the most about CAF was that that all of these relationships that were out there, people, CAF is all about sharing. So it shouldn't have been any wonder that so many people wanted to step up and be interviewed, or take the reins on a show, or come up with a new idea for us to explore and mess around with. I mean, I still think after 4 years we've got so many other things that we're going to be doing in the next 4 to 6 to 10 years. I mean, I can't even imagine. But the thing is, I know so much of that is going to be driven by what you guys and gals want out of the show, the website, the app, all those things. And yeah, CAF has been a great uniter. Thanks, Josh. I think so. I think so as well. Tom Layton and Joey, right? I mean, come on, how many people have we spent so many hours with? When I was trying to, I didn't know I could actually look at all those numbers, whatever the heck those numbers were, right? Over 1 million views, over 300,000 hours of view time since we got this thing started. That's crazy. I mean, that really is. And again, when you look back to those first few shows, that was certainly not where we were expecting to go. I kind of figured I'd still be working at the mini golf at this point, and live streams and anything here on YouTube was stopped 4 or 5 years ago, or well, 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Let's see what else. I know I'm crying too, Josh, but yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to take your life away, but sure, in some ways it's well, it's given us a different life, that's for sure. The CAF dating app is what Marcus would like to see, or he thinks is the next wave of innovation here at Comic Art Fans. I don't know about that. Or OAX mini golf. Nope, have no intentions of doing anything like this. No way the show ends in an hour. Yes, it will. Casper, thanks for reminding me. I do really want this show to end as quickly as possible. But remember, enter to win. Hashtag 200. We only have 30 people who've entered, and we have, well, I don't want to say it, but we have six. Okay, good. We have 70 people watching right now, and we only have 30 people who have actually put in the hashtag 200. So go ahead, get it in there. What are you waiting for? Yeah, the power of one, the power of two, and the power of 200. Mr. Easy Go Lucky, you've been around long enough that you've seen a lot, and have been here uh, throughout most of that, what we've done here. But yeah, everybody, please hashtag 200. We're up to 32 now. We should be at least at 50. So, anyways, and I saw that Alberto. Here's to the next 200 shows. You got that right. That what year will it be? I guess it'll be 2028 by that time. I'll be 60 years old. Now that's a scary thought. Yeah, I guess I better start talking to Mr. DeTulio about some facial cream and other things to kind of keep me youthful, or well, I guess I could age gracefully with the rest of you guys and girls as well. Um, but yeah, so I did want to keep this thing as short as possible. And hey, even Jiggy's popped in here. Hey, Jiggy, there's going to be I've got some news for you, Jiggy. After I bring Mr. Snorik on, not good, not bad yet, but something I've been meaning to email you about. I haven't been able to yet. Yeah, I heard G and I might be having a lunch sometime in the near future. I'm asking. No, I'm not asking for that, Marcus. You always take my words out of context, my friend. That's and I can always count on that from you. OA will keep us youthful, says Tariq. All right, I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to think that's possible. Yeah, no, maybe Hawk with Pearls was asking for that, Marcus. But yeah, again, I can't thank everybody enough for hanging out for all this time and changing things for the better. I mean, I really firmly believe I wouldn't be on the doorstep of rolling out an app or going to Heroes this weekend with the mindset, of just like trying to figure out how we can make OAX 2025 better. All these things, it would never have happened if we hadn't have done these things on the live streams, the virtual cons, all that stuff. It's just it's kind of been very interesting for me. I can tell you that to have got to kind of be a part of it and roll through all this stuff with you guys as well. So I don't take any of it lightly. It's been a wild ride, but let's see here. Alberto says he's getting that free steak dinner from Wolfie Fan at OAX. That's true. I did. I heard him say that, and I would have to believe that he should indeed take care of you at OAX, Alberta. We appreciate that purchase last night, by the way. And I have to tell you, it ended up being really good. I don't know what the final numbers were for Wolfie Fan. We did over like $24,000 in sales. We kind of went into it thinking, as a first make offer show, that it might not work out quite as well as we were hoping. But you throw people in there, and what happens? They start looking around, they find some stuff, and it ends up being a good show. Johnny Makes Comics. Johnny, what's going on, man? Happy 200. Been a CAF fan since before I was a working artist, so happy to be part of this tribe. Before you ask, P500 is $10. And here I felt like I was at Vegas hitting the jackpot. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Oil of OAX. Yeah. Rick Welch. I can always count on you for a good laugh. I hope Rick makes it to OAX. I mean, we've all admired Rick's collection on CAF for a long time and his good humor here in the chat, and that would be fun. Jiggy, don't ask it. You're going to get to hear it straight from Chris. Don't answer that, Chris. I guess that's what we're gonna talk about when we get to that segment. Okay. So yeah, how am I going to keep this under an hour? This will be easy. So next, I just wanted to mention, of course, that we are going to Heroes this weekend. Kezra and I have a 6:30 a.m. flight tomorrow morning, so I have to leave the house by 4. That's why we're going to keep it short. But I'm going to be there really just Friday and Saturday. I leave early afternoon on Sunday, so I don't know if I'll be going to the show or not on Sunday. I'll probably pop in, but if you're going to the show, hit me up. There's several people who I'm dropping artwork off for. I think about 5 people, believe it or not. I've been holding art for one gentleman. It feels like almost a year now, like 2 or 3 Chaikin shows ago. And you know who you are. So I'll be very happy to get those out of my office. So I've got a lot of art to deliver. I'm taking Bart Sears artwork back. I've probably got more meetings than I can cram into 2 days, but I'm gonna try to do a little shopping too while I'm there. I mean, clearly there's a lot of artists there that I'm interested in, but I'm actually gonna go check out Bashara's stable since I had such good luck last time I was over there. He had some good stuff cheap, and yeah, I'm gonna be checking out what he's brought. Um, Josh is reminding everybody that mystery sketches this year were epic. They have been. And Stingray, please do, please do. I mean, if anybody sees me, like I said in the email, please yell. I'll come over. I'll say hi. Let's take a selfie. We'll post it. We'll share them on the CAF update next Thursday. It'll be a lot of fun. But the one thing I wanted to also mention, and I mentioned it in the email today, was just that if you see us and you're interested about seeing the app, because I'm actually feeling like a proud papa now. I mean, we're so close to where we can launch this thing. I want to be able to show it off, and so both Kazra and I do have it on our phones, and it's ready. It's not 100% ready for prime time, but we can pretty much show you like the majority of the main features of the site. So where it's going to be, I mean, it's all gallery focused initially, but version 2 is going to be focused more on the dealers and the classifieds. The classifieds technically are integrated into version 1. So so I definitely want to show those of you who are interested in how that looks, what it's looking like, because it's going to change everything. I'm telling you, I go to bed looking at the set CAF. I wake up in the morning and I see how much artwork's been added to CAF, all thanks to the app. Never would have seen that stuff before. Johnny makes comics. Have I decided? Right now we're we can't really use the classic logo on the app because it's horizontal. It just doesn't fit the space. So we're going to use the square logo that we've used in some of our marketing from time to time. So that's kind of where we're starting, just to have something there. But the classic logo just won't work for what we want and how we want to at least present the app. And the app is very clean. It's unlike CAF. I mean, if you saw my email today, it's definitely not what you're used to seeing when you go to CAF. I mean, there's room for the fonts to breathe. There's room for the art to breathe. There's there's absolutely no ads of any kind in the app. So I won't wear the mask for old time's sake. Sorry. But at any rate, yes. And of course, not only can you browse artwork on the app, but the administering your gallery has been a part of it. That was actually the first thing we did on it. So you can pretty much create your rooms, upload art. You can color correct art that's already up there. The cool thing with the app is if you took a photograph, for instance, using your phone of some artwork, and there's a piece of art that we're going to show off from Lance tonight that Chris picked, and we see as much of the carpet on his floor as we do of the art. Well, in the app, Lance could actually go back, open up the image in the app, and crop it, and then save it, and it will re-upload and get rid of all that plush carpet that he has in his house. I mean, you think back to oh gosh, I'm trying to think who the guy was that always took pictures and had his linoleum floor on there. I don't know why I can't think of him right now, but at any rate, it's cool. It's going to be a really cool thing. We won't be able to show you all that, but the cool thing, yeah, no shag. But at any rate, Mr. Snork is in the green room right now, and I told him that we were going to get him in early, so I'm going to bring him in right now. We're going to hang out before we get the CAF update started here. Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
It's going well, man. How many beers tonight?
0. Actually, Bill, I haven't had a beer in 2 weeks.
What's up with you're not? I have not seen a check-in a while. That is true.
Yep. So no, I'm going 30 days without drinking. So we'll see.
All right. Is there a friend that you're doing this with, or?
Yeah, my brother-in-law. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's I can't.
I can do it. I can do it. I did 75 days.
I know that. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that.
It wasn't easy.
No, but
it's not a Wisconsin thing to do.
Right. You're like totally bucking the system there.
Yep.
So as a reminder, did you enter to win a shirt tonight?
Oh, I will.
You didn't do it? Okay, please do. Yeah, type hashtag 200 in the chat, everybody. And what do we got? 42 entered in right now. I think what we'll do is in between Chris's 5 picks and my 5 picks, we'll do the 10. We'll draw the 10 names. How's that? Works for you?
10 t-shirts? Dang.
10 t-shirts. Yes, exactly. I'm feeling generous.
And I got a
tonight.
chance. All right.
Hey, you could. But so let's talk about what we've been chatting about a little bit. I still
It's not here.
What?
It's not here.
It's not here. No, I know it's not here. I'm checking it all the time. So, everybody knows last Monday I mailed, it was a little over 100 packages. And I think 16 of them were international too. The US based ones all shipped USPS, but the international ones went out UPS. And I can't say every, because there are 3 packages that have not been delivered so far. 2 of them are to people who have yet to have somebody there to sign for it, because I always require people to sign. And one of them was Brian Bailey. I don't think I've seen Brian in the chat, but I keep getting a ping from the pirate ship thing that he hasn't signed yet, and it's going to be coming back to me soon. And there's a guy in Texas, the same thing. He hasn't. They've been trying to deliver it for 3 or 4 days, and he's not there to sign it now. But one package made it to Orlando, which on day 2 or day 1, right? It was probably on Tuesday it got there, and Chris Snorrick's package has not gone, or it has not been updated beyond going to Orlando.
Yeah.
And I'm saying keep the faith. I know we gotta, but we have to believe that it's going to show up. I had like I told you, honestly, one of the most expensive Joel piece that I mailed sat in a location for 5 or 6 days, and in Texas. It made it to Texas, and it needed to be delivered someplace in Texas, but it just sat there, and finally it was just miraculously updated to deliver. So like that Stingray, what's this? Had a package disappear 3 weeks earlier this year, but it showed up, right? Stingray, right? I hope. Alberto says USPS has been horrible lately. They have been, but the thing is, it's ironic. Literally everybody's packages were delivered.
Mine,
except for Chris's.
It's not that ironic if you know.
Well, come on, you're of everybody that I could stiff. You're the last person that I would want to end up not getting their mystery sketch, and it was a Mannix piece of food on everything else. That's why I don't know. Jiggy is I'm not seeing him in the chat. I would have thought I've seen him shedding a tear at the moment, but maybe he stepped away. So yes, that's what we wanted to tell you, Jiggy, is Mannix's mystery sketch of the thing is the piece that is missing right now, unfortunately. But
in the breeze,
it is in the breeze. But I still have faith that it's going to. It has to. There's just no way. I mean,
I had a feeling it was going to show up today. I was like, I'll come home today and it'll show up, and I was wrong.
I know. Well, I keep refreshing the delivery window. I set myself to get text updates, and yep, Jiggy's crying now too. I mean, that's how we all feel. But yeah.
Alberto says he thinks Lance stole it somehow.
Well, the thing is, everybody knows what that image looked like, so there's no way that if it ends up on eBay, it. It was that awesome thing image. It was. Yeah, I should have just. I know I've got it saved around here somewhere. I'll show it before the show's over. But I still feel like it's going to show up. There's just no way. My yellow tape has I'm sure has saved the day numerous times. Where it can't get lost. I've got stickers on there. Yeah, got yellow tape on both ends of the damn thing, and it's got to show up. It's just got to show up.
I'm hoping.
Sorry. All right, so what do we got here? It will show, Chris. Even Mikhail, we're all true believers here that this thing's going to make it to you. But one way or another, we'll definitely make it up to you. If it doesn't, there's no way that we can't. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see. Greg said the last piece I won took 12 days to be mailed. I think it. Yeah. Well, mine. When did I mail mine? Was it the week? It was after Memorial Day. What day was it?
Yeah, it was the beginning of last week.
Right. It was the 3rd. Everything went out on the 3rd. So yeah. So it was after the holiday. I mean, we're basically at day 10 right now. All right. let's not talk about it anymore because we're not going to
Yes.
jinx it.
Yes.
It's going to show up.
Because you're putting
Very
good energy out there. Good things happen.
indeed. Yeah, and I don't have a scan of that one. I forgot about that. Because that was one of the ones that I think I first saw it when Jiggy showed it on one of the live streams. So
Okay.
yeah, I can't show it.
I have a photo of it, but maybe never mind. I'm not going to say that. Go ahead.
You don't want to show it to everybody? No,
I was going to say maybe that'll be the way I can remember it.
No, well, we're not going to show it because we're not going to say it's lost yet. Let's just put it that way. So, all right, well, let's get this thing rolling. We're almost 30 minutes in this thing. Not insured. No, everything's insured, actually, Marcus. I do have collectibles insurance on all of my this stuff. I do pay for that. So yes, no, we definitely have it taken care of one way or another. Although I'm sure there's a weird deductible. So at $200, I'm probably out it, and I would end up working something out. But yes, one way or another, that's
I'm
how
not worried about it.
Goes. Sorry, I'm reading through that again. All right, let's get this thing going. Let me do a quick show of the schedule, though, just to show everybody how darn busy we are. I guess I should take the banner out there for a second. Yeah, just tons of shows. Hembeck is going to be next Saturday. I saw everybody was trying to confound each other on the Fred Hembeck group because they like to do that so that people won't show up. But it is the 22nd of June at 2 o'clock. Fred Hembeck and I will be doing a art sale again. Everything will be auctioned, and you won't want to miss it because there's some really incredible stuff in there. And he's even putting in, we have this one big published piece that he's got with probably 50, 60, 70 characters on it. But he also has these 6 smaller color pieces that are also published, and then his own sketches and stuff. So I'm not going to preview any of that till we get till maybe next Thursday, but you're going to want to see it if you're a fan of Fred stuff. Then Albert and Anthony as a dueling dealer match. That'll be fun. I've got Jiggy's Crew on the 29th in the evening. Ed McGuinness for the first time. I have got a ton of collectors interviews going on all July, all August, into September. Art sale shows coming up. I'm probably gonna have Brian Hitchback on at some point. It's a very packed few months here, but all for the better. I think it's gonna be fun. Are they all gonna be auctions? Alberto, Fred does not like to do anything but auctions. Because he's never really had an art market. He's never really paid attention to the aftermarket. I mean, it's funny. He does, right? He has his eBay sales to look at, but when it comes to his published stuff, he doesn't really feel like he has any confidence on those. So he likes auctioning everything. And there's a Marvel cover in here with X characters on it as well. I forgot about that. So yeah, lots of good stuff. And let's see, where are we at? Where in the world is Chris's mystery sketch?
That's not a fun game.
It's not. No, we would never make fun of anything like that at all. So what else we got? Oh, the thing is, I did not get a. And how could I leave Nick Barucci off the people who I should be thanking, right? All the time, Nick has encouraged people to give thumbs up, and he's contributed to a lot of stuff on the channel as well. How could I literally forget that guy? But I can tell you that they forgot about me because I did not get a copy of their video for today's show. Yeah, I was.
Are they not doing it because of Heroes?
No, they're definitely doing a show. It is scheduled. I thought that too. I thought, well, maybe they're not. But and I didn't realize it till about 30 minutes before the show. So when I emailed Nick about it, I really didn't think I was going to hear from him. But so I don't have that. But you guys know Nick's always on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And heroes or no heroes, he will be doing his thing. So I'm going to go ahead and just show the heritage picks I've got. I'll go through them pretty quickly. Can't say nothing like stellar there, but all good stuff. This John Buscema, Tom Palmer, Captain Marvel piece. I just thought it was cool. I love the backgrounds on this thing. Because isn't it freaky? I mean,
graphically,
Palmer,
it's really interesting.
I know Palmer when he did this thing. I have to imagine he was either mad or had a lot of joy when he was having to go through this because I don't know if Buscema would have really drawn all that. I mean, maybe he would have, but again,
reminds me of one of those Kirby collages.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And the texture and
Hmm.
the tone definitely helps feel that way. But yeah, it's cool. I thought it was great.
That is
So
cool.
what do we think? Yeah, 410. Other people think it's great too. Then, if you're a fan of X-Men: The Hidden Years, this is a really nice semi splash.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
saw this.
Anthony would call it a 60% splash or something. But look at that. Magneto, Submariner. I mean, and you get Professor X as well in there. I think this is one hell of a page, man. And I didn't even realize it because I just when I saw the thumbnail, I knew what it was. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
title page too for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And Palmer inks on this one too with John Byrne. So yeah, this is I mean, where is it at? Only 260. That's gonna do really well, I think. Then what else we got? Joe Staten. Joe's at Heroes this weekend, and I'm gonna try to at least pop by and say hi to him. Yeah, he's a good guy, and we got to briefly interview him a couple different times on the channel. So this is from Adventure Comics 466. It's a JSA. I think it's like a backup story or something in there, but I
Yeah.
just like the page.
Yeah,
I think
me
this
too.
is all Joe too. No other inker.
That's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
top
Infinity Ink in
panels.
there too.
Mm-hmm. Then Jay Anacleto. Oh man, did I? Sorry, gang. I tried to turn my phone off when I start these things, but here you go.
I
Jay
wonder what
Anacleto,
that was.
cover from 1995 in ink, no less, right?
Hmm.
You don't get to see that too often.
No.
So I thought this was a good one. I don't know what Aster is at all, and I guess I should have clicked on that to make it a little bit bigger. But uh,
Hmm.
yeah, kind of like the costume, the star background, and again, it's Anacleto not doing just pencils. I think I think I've done this before where I've highlighted it a few times. You get a nice inked piece by him.
Yeah, I think I remember some washes for sure.
Yeah. So this was from '95, so it's 29 years ago. Then this is Doug Wildley. I think we mentioned Wildley a few days ago on the channel, and I thought this was kind of cool. You get 2 pages in this lot. Sergeant Rock. You get it's a title page on this one as well. On one of them, I don't think no, they're not from the same issues either,
Hmm.
but just cool stuff. I especially like the title page because I
Yeah.
think this doesn't look like a stat to me. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Hmm.
So Doug Wildley, I don't think we've ever featured a piece of art by Doug Wildley before.
I think I did one before, and there's actually one tonight.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Wow, maybe that's. Hey, wait a minute.
I
Look,
thought
it
you
even
were
says
giving me a
color.
segue.
It would have been. It would have been. But look at this. This is a segue for Marcus. Look, Marcus Cohen. Doc,
Hmm.
is Dennis anywhere around here? What else we got? Mike Sikowski. What page was this? Oh yeah, this was an Amazing Adventures page with with the Inhumans all over it. I thought this was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Relatively early. What Amazing Adventures 10.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody likes that vintage era. That's a good one. Classic Marvel.
Yeah.
Then
That's a
what was
fun
this one?
book.
Then we got, man, I picked a lot of title pages tonight. I didn't realize that. Gunhawk, something I've never heard of before. That's okay. The title is called "The Time of the Gunhawk." This is from something called Western Gunfighters. I've never heard of that one either.
That's a Ghost Rider.
Well,
The Old West Ghost Rider.
well, there he is, right on a
Yep.
wanted poster. So Dick Ayers and Frank Giacoia. I kind of like the segue to the half splash there, right?
Yeah,
Just,
very cool.
the cowboy walking in there, looking at the wanted poster.
Feels like an old TV show.
Yep. Bonanza, maybe earlier than that. Irv Novick. This one, this is from a Flash book, but it's all Green Lantern, and it's funny. I was trying to find some Irv Novick artwork to buy the other day, and there isn't anything that I wanted out there, unfortunately. But I wanted to feature this one because hey,
that's a good looking page.
It really is. I mean, that's like that's the way you always envision like Neil Adams drawing Green Lantern going into action or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So And this was Dick Giordano inks too, so that helps it out
Oh,
a lot.
that's a plus. The
Mhm.
nice thing is when you get one of those Silver Age pages where he's doing like some kind of one of the wacky constructs. This one's got like a jackhammer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was like a
Or is it a
syringe.
syringe?
Oh wait, maybe it is a syringe. I thought it was a
Yeah.
jackhammer when I first looked
Yeah.
at it. Oh, he's trying to tranquilize it. Well,
Sure.
it might work.
I mean, that ring does whatever he wants it to do.
Let's see. What's Jason saying? I'm also now a title page collector. Stop copying me. Yeah. Well, now that I know I'm going to do it all the time, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Oh, I mean, this one was kind of. I mean, it's probably a little more Al Milgram than John Romita Sr., but we got a Amazing Spider-Man 223 page. He's fighting a gorilla or something.
Oh yeah.
I just thought, hey, if you get Romita Sr. and it's this one's already at 775. So it's going to do pretty good. But I would like to think that this isn't going to totally break the bank if you've been wanting to get a Romita Sr.
Sure.
Spidey page. And then finally, I was having a hard time picking number 10, but this is an Al Cap Little Abner daily from 1942. And it's just goofy. I mean, it was, I'm thinking, what the hell are these women talking about? So I had to read it. It's funny. The woman in the dark dress, she's actually got like chewing tobacco in her mouth, and so she can't talk
Yeah.
right, and she's scaring the other lady off from the table. So there's just, well, I don't know. I'm sure back in 1942, everybody would have been laughing at the dinner table,
Yep.
reading this one out loud. So, and I've been wanting to get something from Al Cap. Straight, he's been on my list for a while, and there just isn't a whole lot out there. I don't think a little Abner strip is what I'd want, but
Yeah.
anyway, so there you go. There's my 10 heritage picks.
All right, some good ones.
Yeah, and needs more Frazetta. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that is true. I can't argue with you on that one, Rich. So, yeah.
Did you ever get a Sky Masters daily?
No.
There's a sensational one for auction right now.
Where did I see a couple the last time? I think during Comic Art Live there were a couple there. I still want to get one, with them in a space capsule or something like that, right?
It's Kirby Wood, and they're doing EVA or whatever they call it when they're out in spacesuits and they're tethered to the ship.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that was going to probably go high. Well, we'll see. You never know. That's what I wanted. There's plenty of fairly affordable ones where they're in training and that kind of thing, right? But trying to get the get one where they're actually doing something in space is a little bit more challenging. Thank you, Richard Friend. Congratulations to us as well, 200. So if you want anybody who wants a free t-shirt, we're giving away 10 t-shirts tonight in the middle of our 5 picks each tonight. We're going to draw the winners. So you got to do a hashtag 200 in the chat to get entered. And right now we have only 51 people. Only 51.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, man. Doesn't everybody want free clothing? I promise. I mean, heck, I do. So, all right, let's get on with this cap update here, everybody. I want to get to, let's see, here we go. We have, what period is this? June 3rd through the 9th. Dealers had a good week, and auction houses had kind of a mediocre week, probably because of Comic Link having, their big featured auction took away some money here and there from the varying sales this week. But dealers did pretty well. They had $343,000 in sales, and that was compared to 217. I think 217 was the number the prior 2 weeks. So this was a return to form for them. We had Felix. Felix led the way, of course, because he had that. He sold the Doom book complete, the Sanford Green book, went for $70,000. That was a 40-page book. I think that's one. As far as that's a lot of cabbage right there.
That's got to be a record for Sanford.
Oh my gosh, Sanford! Yeah, I can't. He probably was a very happy man.
Over the moon, I'm sure.
Yeah, he deserved it. I mean, it was. I've only seen photos from it. I haven't seen any, scans from it. I haven't read it, but the art looks really, really good. So, so Felix did lead the way. What did he have? He had 137 in sales last week. Anthony 63, Berkey just under 60. Will had 28. Glenn had 18. Albert had 15 and a half, and Tatiana had 8. So I think that about makes up all of the sales. But let's see. I'll highlight the top 6 sales from dealers here. Right, I got the video, I believe. Yeah, I should take that banner off there. So 343 is the total. First up was that complete Doom book by Sanford Green, going for $70,000. And again, congrats on that one, Sanford. Then Mr. Berkey sold this Uncanny X-Men 225 page by Silvestri and Dan Green for the asking price of $13,000.
Great page.
Yeah. Anytime you get them in action with a Silvestri artwork is good. Then Anthony sold this one. I don't think I ever saw this one on his site, but Howard the Duck 8, page 1, title page, Jason by Colin and Leia Loa, sold for $12,000 as an asking price. Then we got this Mike Royer and Jack Kirby Eternal 16 page that went for $10,000. This one had the Hulk on it.
Man, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that one. Maybe on a Dueling Dealers episode it didn't sell. Then we have Jason Fabak. Detective Comics 1050 cover from 2022 that was sold by Will for $9,500. And then Berkey also sold this Mark Bagley Spider-Man 234 cover for $8,800. He says it's the homage to Amazing Spider-Man Annual 6 from 1969. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember that.
Take his word for it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. You can find it on Alfred's site now. All right, Jason. I'm missing the chat when I'm doing these things. Okay, let's move it over to the auctions now. The auctions had a down week, and again, I'm sure it's because Comic Leak. So when I say auctions had a down week, we do not count Comic Leak's results in the sales. Usually auctions are around 350. Last week it was 273 for both of them. For both eBay and Heritage. And let's take a look at top 3 from each. So the top 3 first from eBay, surprisingly enough. One of these images is by John Romita Sr. It's actually going to be the last one you see. This was from a Electric Company magazine. And the cover was by John Romita Sr. This went for $6,500 on eBay. Then we have basically a Mobius Blueberry page, also sold on eBay last week, and this one went for $5,000. I think it was the best offer at the asking price. Like somebody wanted it gone, right away. And then this Nestor Redondo Swamp Thing 21 page went for $3,426. And interestingly, that Electric Company stuff also went for a single make offer at the full amount. Which is odd. Never see that stuff happen too often. Then we over at Heritage, we got the Glenn Fabry Heavy Metal magazine 300 variant cover went for $6,000. Then we have an Otto Mesmer Felix the Cat Sunday went for $3,960. And last but not least, what was it? A Jim Mooney Al Milgram Spec Spider-Man 81 page went for $3,960 with a great Cloak and Dagger appearance on that page.
So I have on that one.
See, and that is a perfect example of I go through Heritage's weekly auction. The within 24 hours of it being posted, I swear that page was not there. The Cloak and Dagger page. I mean, if I would have seen that, I would have picked it. I don't, and this happens a lot. I do not know. I mean, maybe I'm just completely, but I look at every piece of, every lot that gets dropped in there. I know I didn't see that piece. So anyway, I don't know what's going on over there, but that's how it goes. What else we got here? Sorry, I'm looking through here. I don't think we meant. Yeah, the Spidey cover was a steal, says Philip. Yeah, what I read, the link is in the. Here, I'll actually throw this in the chat. I always forget to post these in the show descriptions anymore. I used to be very good about that, but I do a recap that I put on CAF for these updates, and in there you can actually easily see what stuff we talk about in terms of what Chris and I pick, and also the results that I show. And it was an interesting read on the Electric Company thing. It was actually I forget. I think it was literally when the book was done, it was given to like GE or something like that, and it was like that's why they were framed. So it was hanging in the offices of someplace for 30 some odd years, and whomever this reseller was in Westerville, Ohio, ended up getting it. Oh, here it is. These 3 pages were gifted to Con Edison back in the early 80s, where they were kept for many years before they were cleared out and probably put in storage or something like that. So it's just weird. Stuff like that happens. And again, it went up and it was sold at the best offer, at the asking price. So yeah, I think somebody was really happy to get that. Colin says Con Ed was a power company in New York City. Well, then there you go. They didn't have to go far when those artworks were given away. All right. So it is bizarre. So what do we got? We got 60 entries in the giveaway, everybody. I know we have about, if our counter is right, we got about 100 people watching right now. So I don't think we have everybody kicking into this right now, but let me highlight it one more time to remind you. Just put in a hashtag 200 into the chat and you will be entered for the giveaway. 10 t-shirts will be given away tonight, and only one to each. Nobody's going to win two or more. You only get to win one tonight. Because that's what the giveaway tool told me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we dive into some picks here, Chris?
Let's go.
Yeah, where on earth am I? I got a screen here. Here it is. All right. And because I only had 10, I'm not even going to change screens. I'm going to stick to one screen this time.
All right.
Let's share this thing right here. And this is the one where we get to see Lance's carpet to get it started. Here, let me resize the screen just a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. All right, so I'm going to hide this. Remember, after Chris does his 5, we're going to do the drawing. So just keep that in mind. You better hit your hashtag 200 now, or forever hold your peace. So
I actually gave Lance a little crap about this. I was like, if you're going to keep posting this stuff on your floor, I'm just going to send you a scanner.
I can't even zoom in on it because he does that. It's a big photo, everybody, but we can only look at it like this. So
he basically told me to go pound sand, though, which I really admire. So the Quest family here, by their creator, or one of their creators, which I think that alone is worth picking it for. But I love it does have kind of like a mixing of like a theater lobby card art feel with an animation cell. It's like really interesting how tangible and bright the characters are, but then everything in the background, even the dinosaurs, has got more of like a raw, like fantasy painting feel to it.
Oh yeah, without question. That I can see why. I'm sure a lot of people who are in the animation business really get the opportunity to work with Wildly, because he's just so talented. His compositions are great. His characterizations are spot on. Yeah. And this is
they're so perfectly suited to the tone of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was action adventure. There was like a little teeny bit of comedy relief, but like the way he dialed the characters down to where like they look good animated, but they still have that like action adventure feel, I think was so unique about this show.
Yeah, I hate to say it, I've only watched a few episodes of it, but it was always fun. And this is awesome. So congrats, Lance. I don't know how I don't know how he does it. Lance just keeps he doesn't give us an explanation.
Well, if you click on the additional images, you can see how big this thing is because he's holding it.
Oh shoot.
It's pretty big.
Here I'm thinking it's about the size like an 8x10 or 8x11, something like that. Wow. Huh. That's awesome. Shoot. He should have that thing on the wall.
It looks so good in a frame. Yeah, absolutely.
Dang. We also get a good look at Lance's bedroom. So
Mr. Suarez himself.
I want to take a tour of Lance's house. Now you have.
He should do cribs.
He should do a cribs video. Marcus, come on, get Lance to do a cribs video. That'd be a lot of fun. And look at all that carpet, says James Henderson. All right, what do we got next? Mr. Chuck Arnold, the proud owner of this amazing Who's Who George Perez piece. Wow, this thing's great.
I so clearly remember this piece when it was published. Who's Who was a big thing because I had, I've said this a few times, but like my introduction to comics was really Secret Wars #3 and Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe. So when DC did their version of Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, I was like over the moon because I actually, as you know, kind of prefer DC Comics over Marvel. So this is just such a gorgeously detailed image. Perez is like the supreme draftsman of the era, I would say. And it's got tones. It's got, I mean, like, this is just incredible, like emblematic Perez artwork.
Yeah, indeed. And this was the one that he got from Lovitz, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Jason's asking, was it from Dooley? Yeah, it's from an amateur show with Mr. Lovitz when he was up against Nick, beginning of May.
He texted me during the show and he was like, "Should I buy this?" I was like, "Are you kidding me? Why are you texting me?"
Go in there and claim that damn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see this one. I mean, I knew they were going to bring a lot of good art, but I know how Michael really loves Perez, right?
Right.
Just the idea that he would let go of something so iconic as this piece.
This is like, for me
surprising.
personally, this is historic. I mean, nostalgic, historic, whatever you want to say. But yeah, like I said, these images are like etched in my brain from being a kid.
Yeah, well, congrats to Mr. Chuck Arnold for making this one a cornerstone of his collection, I would have to think.
Absolutely.
So it looks like it's on vellum. Is that? I mean,
part of it is, yeah.
Part of it is, okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Not at all. That thing is awesome. All right, now I know this is John Bamber's collection. Yeah, I put this like on while I was in the app. Everybody, just so you know, that's where I first saw this piece. Bamber's been posting a lot of good stuff. I mean, I know that there was a point in Bamber's collecting time where he took some time off, and it was it was a few years ago where he was, because he was really big when I first started. Just hitting home run after home run, banger after banger. It was just crazy the stuff he had. And then there was like a 5 or 6 year window where he was taking a break or something, and now he's kind of coming back with a vengeance, and he's been posting a lot of great stuff on CAF. This one included.
This is definitely included. I kind of felt bad picking this. I was like, this is such a Bill pick, but I absolutely love, early Adam Hughes. Well, all Adam Hughes, but a special place in my heart for early Adam Hughes. This has that look and feel, but I love the like graphic kind of like visual chances he took with Colossus on this, knowing that, how it would be colored, or, maybe not even caring how it would be colored on some level. But the tonal stuff that's happening on Colossus's arms and legs is amazing. And then, like I said, the kind of like cutout graphic feel of what he chose to do with, not detailing his costume. And then, by contrast, Rogue has kind of a classic like damsel in distress, or, like romance novel cover look here. And, she's got some tones too. I just think this really works perfectly as a piece. And like, I think this would look incredible on a wall because of this, like the open line nature of it.
Oh yeah, without question. I mean, if I own this piece, I would not be looking for another Adam Hughes cover to add to my collection. This is just absolutely perfect. Yeah, and I was kind of hoping that they actually would have thrown the color image in there, because I'm kind of curious to see how the colorist handled him using these.
I meant to look too. Yeah,
the fill areas there, like you were saying, the way he chose to focus on Colossus is interesting. But did the colorist go in and is that dark? Is that light? I can't remember now without seeing it. I think it must have been light. But either way, this is beautiful. Yeah, I'd stop right here. I have a very nice Star Trek page of his, kind of like from this era, that I just won't let go because it's classic Hughes, right? I mean, I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford a cover from this period, but I love that. Just like Jeff Moyes talked about it, that there's a lot of people who grew up on Adam's early work, and it's special.
This is like that. Well, maybe still Gaijin Studios era.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, there was a little bit of a house style cook in there too. You had Cully Hamner and him and Dave Johnson and Stelfreeze and I think Jason Pearson, Tony Harris for a little bit, and like they were all like kind of working from the same sheet of music, so to speak, a little bit. But definitely Adam being, in my mind, certainly the best like caricaturist. But this is a great example from that era.
Yeah, agreed. And Jason completely disagrees with you. He says it's a terrible Colossus. All
Okay.
right, Jason. Let's see here. Then your fifth and final pick, and that one. This was a cool one. There's a photograph with the buyer of this one as well. But again, Paulo Rivera, amazing. Look at that. He's made a guy with a white costume look good on a white face.
Exactly why I picked this. I love that you said that. I was like, look how interesting white can be, right? Like he stands out, and it just goes to show how important, those like itty bitty little tonal changes can be to an image, because it's not even in spaces. It's not like it's an off white. It's not like it's a creamy color. It's like a white. And the fact that he's able to play around with that and the flesh tone, and like he gets so beautiful in the details, like the arrow fletchings and things like that here. And it's for a GI Joe comic, which kind of makes it even cooler in a way, that it makes it seem like maybe this is maybe he's a GI Joe fan. He did this because he thinks Storm Shadow is cool. He loves GI Joe. I don't know. I just like was really taken with this when I saw it.
Yeah, no, me too. I mean, I might have picked this one if you hadn't, but it's just fantastic. I mean, Paulo's one of my favorite artists out there today, and has been for a long time. But yeah, there you go. That's
cool.
I did see that when I was looking at the artwork, but
it's hang on one second.
What's that? All right. What is Chris going to get here for us?
It's like,
oh shoot, yeah,
it's like his card art, but as the cover. I mean, that's Recondo, not Storm Shadow, but yeah.
You just had that nearby.
I buy GI Joes from my nephew, who's 7.
Oh, look at that! Picked up at OAX. Paulo looks a little tired there, but nothing wrong with that. Oh, and I forgot that, of course, Alfredo was the owner of that one. But yeah, this is fantastic. So, is this the cover? Is this cover in the omnibus? I have no idea. That's a good question.
No,
Nick.
This is current, Nick. The omnibus is all the Marvel stuff.
Oh, is that what the omnibus is? What is
that
thing at right now?
And maybe also the IDW, but it's not the current one's from Skybound, and that's what this is for.
What is I'm going over there right now. What was the GI Joe at the last time you checked?
I haven't looked at it in a couple days.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there. Right
I think it got backed within like 8 minutes or something.
Where are we at now? $2.1 million from 6,000 backers. Yeah, that's a lot.
There's some nice Andy Kubert art in that thing that he did for the boxes and stuff.
Wow, very cool. All right, well, listen, we were at that point. We're going to do the giveaway right now, so I have to hide this screen. So, last second or two for those of you who just maybe popped in and didn't realize it. If you do a hashtag 200, we're going to give away 10 shirts tonight. Either we have OAX large shirts if you want one of those, or if you want to pick your own, I'll send you links to the TeePublic store. Actually, if Casper's, well, I'll just dig it up. I haven't gone to the TeePublic store in a little while. TeePublic, gosh, I don't even know how I'm going to find that. It's been that long since I've been there. We still sell shirts there, like 10 shirts a month.
I want you to make us calf jerseys with our numbers on them.
You're gonna
my name across the back.
Mm-hmm. We can do that. I'll even throw this in there now. I've got it. See, I found it. So that's all the shirts that we have. But like I say, you can either get an OAX shirt that I already have, as long as you're a large, and if not, you get to pick your own style of shirt from all the shirts that we've designs we've thrown up there, and you'll be able to pick the style of whatever the design is, and then you get to pick your shirt type and the size, and I'll order it and mail it to you. So it's totally up to you. But yeah, let me get this off the screen, and we'll go ahead and get the this little thing. What is it? Now we're at 69 entries. Come on, people.
No, leave it.
Leave it. Oh, brother.
We're giving away 420 shirts.
Unbelievable. Where is the tab for this damn thing too? Giveaway tool. Shoot. Oh, there it is. Sure. All right. Come on. One more. There we go.
You sons of...
Bill Rivard in Florida has just became number 70. Thank you. All right. Jason Williams, Nick. Yeah, here we go. So now you got a lot of people throwing in there.
Okay. All right.
So and over the so I'll be selecting 10, and again, anybody who gets one of these, you're going to be emailing me, at bill@comiccardfans.com, and we will definitely set you up. I am leaving for Heroes very early in the morning, so I may not email you until like Friday night, but we'll get it all squared away. I've already put the TeePublic link in there, so if it's a TeePublic shirt you want, just follow that link, pick the design and the shirt type, and send me all that information, and include your mailing address. So, all right, see, now we're up to 74. All right, we got to start drawing some of these to get this thing going.
All right.
I better write these down.
Oh, I saw myself go past.
Oh,
twice.
SK Catch. All right. That's a new name. Haven't seen that one before. Congratulations. Yep. You know what to do. Email me, bill@comiccardfans.com, and take a look at the TeePublic store, which I just put the link in the chat with. And then let's do another one. Got to do 10 of these. Alberto, man, that man is like one of the. You think he bought like he's in here 3 or 4 times, but it doesn't let you. It's all one time. Alberto, you are the luckiest man I know. Alberto number 2. All right. See, look, it's actually taking the entry.
The rigged cries are happening.
Rigged. The fix is in. Hey, Rich Danny's, who just said the fix is in, has maybe that's the keywords you got to say in order to actually have a better.
Shut up, Rich. Here's a shirt.
All right, 7 more to go. What do we got here? Who's next?
Ooh.
No. Thank God his name is kicked out of here. And we actually have team shirts now. He and I that we're going to unveil during the next OAX announcements. That does
That's
have
what
our
I'm talking
name
about.
back of it. So he does not know. All right, that one didn't happen. Everybody, that did not happen.
He deserves it.
Casper must be packing right now. Nope, there he is. Give it to who? Oh, West Coast Avengers. Come on, he's got to win it like everybody else. Okay, DC Trippin' 15. Another new name. DC Trippin' 15. All right, everybody. If you don't know it, Bill at Comic Card Fans is who you're going to email after this. Yeah, we're all tripping right now after that. Rich Cirillo. Congrats, Rich. I didn't even see Rich in the chat. So congratulations, man. I hope you make it to OAX in 2025. I know you had to cancel your trip last January, but we missed you, and we definitely would love to have you at the show.
I want to meet Rich.
Very good guy. All right, we have 5. Rick Welch. Okay. All right. I think Rich got a shirt from us once before, but that's okay. Hey.
We got some new blood and some old guard.
All right. 4 more. Need some music in the background, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
M and the Comics. All right. Well, that's another new name. Again, hey, remember Bill
That's
at
the
Comics?
second time Marcus has come up, and then flip. Oh, it's not Marcus.
Oh man. Sorry. Marcus, he's gonna want a crotch goblin shirt, I'm sure, if he does win one.
He's probably got one already.
Probably does. All right, we got 3 more to go. 3 more. Murdoch. All right.
Hey.
Okay. 2 more. Yeah, look at all that confetti.
Da-na.
Tim Easterday. All right. And we got 1 more to draw.
Here we go. Last one.
A lot of familiar names in there. It can be only 1 more. Comic book with a 1. All right.
All right.
We got it. 10 shirts. And let's see here. I'm going to throw the link in the chat so everybody remembers who won, where you can go to look at the shirts that are available right there. And a reminder, throw my email address up on the screen. So yeah, if you're going for the TeePublic, and that's cool, I'm fine with that. Again, let me know which design, let me know the size of your shirt, the style of the shirt, and include your mailing address and get that to me. And what I'll probably do is if you get those to me over, by Sunday, on Monday, I'll make the orders and get them all out in the mail to you. It usually takes about, I hate to say it, Chris, it usually takes about a week to 10 days to get TeePublic. But
like a dagger, Bill, like a dagger.
And we're going to celebrate when that thing, we're going to do an unboxing. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. All right. Good. Because it's going to.
That means it has to be here by next Thursday.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Jason wanted me to do it one more time. I'm actually doing it just to see what it would have done. But I got to switch screens here so I get my last 5 picks. It wouldn't have been you, Jason. I'll just say that right now. Sorry. Mannix takes longer to get there. Good things come to those who wait. So
yes.
All right. So here, I'll drop my email address off the screen. But yeah, anybody that won, all 10 winners, email me and we'll get things squared away. Okay. Let me get my set here and we can get this show wrapped up early so I can go to bed.
I'm really curious about your 5 this week.
It was tough. I mean, the thing is, I kind of felt bad that we were going light, right? I mean, Comic Guard Boston dropped history in that period, right?
Yeah.
He had that. I mean, he had a ton, and I all of them looked good, and I was just like, oh man, there was just when you have to narrow it down to 5, it was rather challenging. And it wasn't just him. I really liked that the Bastion piece that Mikhail posted.
Oh, me too.
That thing was beautiful, but
is he at Heroes again this year?
I don't know. I forgot to check. I almost picked it because I was thinking, maybe I'll pick that one because he's going to be at Heroes and mention his name. But then I didn't have a chance to go over to look at Heroes website. So I've
been deliberately trying not to look.
Yeah. There's too many. But anyways, here we go. Let's see.
Tommy Lee Edwards posted that he's taking commissions at Heroes this year. And not to shill for Tommy Lee Edwards, but one of the options is a movie poster option.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And we meant Jeremy Bastion, not Mikhail Kazra, because Bastion's usually at Heroes. I assume that's what you meant, Chris. Yeah, Bastion's usually at the show, but Dan T is at Heroes Con already, and he's letting us know there's plenty of Zevia at Whole Foods. Okay,
close.
Yeah, isn't the Whole Foods? It's just down. Actually, it's right between.
Like around the corner. Yeah.
So Jeremy Bastion will be there. Well, so for those, I didn't pick the Jeremy Bastion piece in Mikhail's calf gallery that he posted this past week. But if you haven't seen it, you must go to ML's calf gallery and check it out because
that's great.
Bastion's work is amazing, and just seeing him do his magic on that character was just amazing. And I know that's not Mikhail's first Bastion piece, so he's definitely a fan. So let me get this over. So my Casada cover, Kevin Nolan inks, sort of as I really loved it for the silhouette of Batman on here and the flame. Yeah. I mean, Azrael's stuff, he's kind of cool in the background, but I just thought the way Casada treated the silhouette of Batman there was just really off the wall. I mean, this is like some wacky Mike Mignola figure, anatomy approach to Batman here or whatever. I don't know. So
he's kind of meant to look demonic here because there's a demon involved in the story and yada yada yada. But this book was like so incredibly formative for me. This is really I would say this is the first time that I took notice of a specific artist was when this book was coming out. Because Casada and Nolan, just like this whole thing is incredible. I feel like for the time Nolan was doing probably more work than, he might have to otherwise. Casada was like so new or fairly new at that point. I think he had done like Question Quarterly and probably The Ray at that point. But this book was just incredible. It jumped off the stands.
Well, I wasn't reading those, but now I feel like I should have.
The art alone, you don't have to care about the story, but this art is like a tour de force. I have to talk to Nick Barucci because last year, at OAX, we were talking about these pages and how much we love these, but he's obviously a huge Casada fan. But we were talking about how incredible this book was. And he said he would entertain the possibility of selling one at some point. So,
cool.
That'd be a collection maker for me.
You said it's a formative piece for you as far as shaping your love of comics and the art in them. So that would be a special piece if you could get one.
Carl's incredibly lucky to have this.
Yeah, agreed. And West Coast Avengers said he picked up the last where was it? He got the last chicken salad at Whole Foods. Doggone it. There's got to be more. But yes, Carl Choi. Didn't Carl have a couple of big picks purchases post this week?
Yeah.
What was his other one? Oh, I remember. The recent one was the Unity cover. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Boy, some guys have all the luck, but very nice. So then, where did I go from there? I stuck with DC, and this was actually in Daryl's Calf Gallery, and Daryl posted like 2 or 3 really nice things in the last week as well. Kitson, I just title page. Sorry, Jason, again. But I just thought this thing was awesome. I mean,
it is awesome.
Cool Lobo stuff image that with Kitson doing them. I mean, what more could you really? I mean, you could say Bisley might be better, but this is so freaking great. I was never a huge Lobo fan at all, but I mean, the imagery here is just phenomenal, and
he was super fun in this book. I mean, if you can imagine Lobo's role in a team book, it's exactly what you think it is. And like it was always a treat when Lobo appeared in Legion.
Daryl must have really ground the guy. Jason, it was for sale forever, and Daryl must have ground him down. Hey, or maybe the guy just held out, Jason, and made Daryl pay the price. Who knows? I mean, it's a pretty nice piece. Can you imagine if you had this where you're not going to get what you want for it? I mean, unless you had something else you were really going after. This is a pretty awesome page.
For the greater good.
Yeah. It's like my sale with Bart Sears. Bart said, I have a price in mind, and that's what I want to get for it. And if I don't get it, I'm going to keep it. So that's like, hey, more power to you, man.
Yeah.
That's fine. Jason, Daryl is cheap, but I love him. All right, we should get Daryl on here and have him see if he would rebut any of those comments by our good friend Jason.
Point counterpoint with Jason and Daryl.
Exactly. This was in Comic Art Channel's Calf Gallery. Huddleston, right? This was a commission.
Mike Huddleston,
yeah. And it's huge. It's 18.5 by 24. I just thought, I wish that the contrast was a little bumped up on it, but I just thought it was really nice. I mean, if you're going to make a kind of an homage in style and composition to, to Mobius here, I think that they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Huddleston's work.
You got to kill the king if you're going to take the shot, right? And
Right.
this is next level for Huddleston.
Agreed. And I think, didn't they say this? It took them a while. Like, 2020 was when they did one of the wall power commissions. So certainly worth the wait. I mean, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's got a lot more contrast than what we're seeing here, because this definitely looks like a photograph, which you'll be able to fix on the app. Okay. I haven't tried it. I really haven't tried it to that extent. Like, take a bad photo and then see.
Yeah.
Because I think that might be probably good for me to do with the app, is to like take a few bad photos and do a screen record on how to
Right.
best way to color correct and that kind of thing. But yeah, well, you can say it's got a little best in there, but stylistically though, definitely following Mobius. But yeah, it's awesome. So congrats to Comic Art Channel for picking this one up, and they're always posting good stuff in their calf gallery. So if you're not following them, I don't think I'm following them. I better go over there and do that after the show. So I like on this one. This is in Jeremy Lynn's calf gallery. It's Freddie Williams. This is like it's 411 by 17s, I think.
Wow. What?
It's Matt. Yeah, I had to go back and read it. It was in.
Oh yeah, you can see the across the top.
Oh, right. There you go. Across the top, and you can see it stitched together right there.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's massive.
Yikes.
Look at that.
That's like a movie poster.
Yeah. Speaking of movie posters, Jeremy got one. I mean, this thing's so cool. The Godzilla movie was just rolled out on Netflix, so I watched that last weekend, and I've always been a fan of Godzilla flicks, but I thought this was really, really well done. Freddie Williams is I don't think we've not featured a lot of their artwork in the past, so I figured this was the opportunity here to show off a piece that's
I think underrated. Like I'll see him post stuff on Instagram, and it's more often impressive than not.
Yeah, I agree. Rich says Godzilla goes to the Shake Shack every afternoon. Yeah, he does. He's not on a diet, that's for sure.
He's got an atomic furnace in there.
So true. But yeah, that's cool. I think what did he said that I remember seeing this at San Diego, and then ended up picking it up. So cool. Oh look, I think he's a Godzilla fan. If you got the your avatar as Godzilla, that's sweet. Oh, wait, what's this? I didn't know there was an accompanying image. I don't know what that's. I see. Because this is how
it was the booth art.
So it was booth art. Okay, I thought maybe he saw the original. So it was booth art at the. Wow, that's really cool. Sweet. Next thing you know, you want to get that, but where are you going to put it in the house, right?
Right.
But what's IDW going to do with it after the fact?
True.
Then here, I mean, I picked this today, so I was thinking about the show with Rob last night, and he had that nice DPS from from Weapon X, and then there's this Factor X piece, Epting, Milgram. The thing is, art wise, Epting's work is always solid. I mean, I love his work on Captain America. But the thing is, when I was looking at this piece, it's got Scott and Jean. It's got long hair Scott too. Mm-hmm. I know Marcus probably has the thing for long hair Scott, but it was just kind of fun with the flow here, because this is a crowded DPS. And you know what? And I'll do it this way. Open the link in a new tab. There we go. That's about as best we can get it. It's a very crowded page, but just reading through it, it just read really well. I love the way that where the characters were placed and the panels were placed and the word balloons. I mean, it just worked. Reading from over to here,
yeah,
back over to going somewhere. These two guys are in there, and then a small inset panel of psych here. That's like he's like made this thing probably far too complicated, but it still all worked. And and I even like the little court, with them saying yes, face. It was cool. I mean, I don't think I'd seen it as a busy a page as this one that still kind of worked for me. And there's a lot of blacks in this thing. I mean, it's
Yeah, and there's a lot of I mean, you kind of see why. Like there's a lot of beats to like little dialogue beats and things like that that he has to accomplish on this DPS.
mhm.
So, I mean, the economy of the whole thing, honestly, given what has to happen, is kind of impressive.
Yeah, indeed. So no, I like this one a lot. It was kind of
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having this one in my collection. But congrats. I did get my like on there. So Brian, or is it Byron? What do we got here? Byron B, member for 6 years on CAF. Congratulations, Byron.
Yeah, good pickup.
Yep. Let's see. Then my last one. I bounced around trying to figure out what was going to be my fifth one. There were some pieces, the pieces by Cab I was looking at,
Mhm.
and then I thought, then I came across this one, and I had actually, the thumbnail was not enough. There wasn't enough information in the thumbnail to figure out what the hell was actually going on in this in the piece. And
Yeah,
then even when I looked at the full size image, I had to keep looking at it to kind of get the anatomy. What do we got here?
there's a lot of spaghetti.
It's like, whose foot is this? I'm like
Mhm.
trying to figure it out. And that just engaged me enough to feel like I'm going to pick this art by Kari Andrews. And, just because it made me look, it made me think and have to, and even though you're right, he's got the, spaghetti webbing, very McFarlane-ish, but I've always liked Kari's stuff. And this is just kind of cool. I mean, the more I looked at it, just mashing these three Spidey characters together, I don't know. I'm still liking it even more. I mean, just there's something about it that I'm still enjoying to this moment. Usually, I'm not a big Spidey fan, but yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I like it too, and it's like a kind of a McFarlane, almost Stephen Platt kind of pastiche in a way, or
Sure.
homage. I don't know what you'd want to say, but clearly he's aping something a little bit for the sake of style. But like the poses and things like that are McFarlane-esque for sure. And I think if you're going to do it, then do it right. Like, and this is over the top, and I think it works.
I completely agree. And so does Scott Wingup. He has a Kari Andrews Spidey cover, I think. At least if it's not a cover, I know it's a pinup or something, but it's pretty beautiful. I think we highlighted that back when you got it. But yeah, so there we go. That's my 5 picks, and we got it done. How did we do that? We haven't even. It's not even an hour and a half.
I love it.
As do I, Chris. Well, then I guess we can call it. But listen, everybody have positive thoughts for the next week about the Mannix artwork that is in the mail. It has
And
to
it's
make its way to Chris.
here any second.
It has to be.
Yes.
I just want to get that the ping from my phone telling me that the art has arrived. But
You
I
and me
guarantee you,
both.
one way or another, we will make it up to you if it has.
I'm not worried about that, but
Well,
thank you.
yeah, it definitely. Well, I think I've mailed how many pieces of art in the last 4 years, and I've never had one get. This is the longest something's been missing. I'd say 10 days.
Mm.
Is really about it. So, so yeah, fingers crossed that it'll be there soon. But I do thank you, Chris. We made it to the 200th episode. I don't know when you started. Do you know what episode you first started doing these with me?
No, honestly, no idea. It
I
was
don't either.
before 100. I know that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I was thinking it had to have been in the 70s or something. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But
Yeah, I should figure that out. A
yeah,
lot of them.
exactly. And I don't
So
even remember.
thank you for that.
Marcus says it was episode 16.
Ah,
But of course, thank you, Marcus. But Marcus, I know will research that and he'll have the answer for us next week. So, but no, I appreciate it. All the time, Chris. I mean, honestly, I think there's nobody else that I've spent more time with on the show. I mean, in all the different interviews, shows, and things that we've done than hanging out with you doing these picks. I think, and we've gotten such positive response from us just talking about art in a different manner, right? And it's been a lot of fun, man. And
thanks, dude.
I'm disappointed you're not going to be with us at Heroes this weekend, but I know we got OAX in January, but I appreciate everything that you've done to make the channel better, and the CAF update would not be the same without getting
Thank you.
your input.
I really appreciate
every
that.
week.
And thanks to everybody who puts up with my crap every week. It's not for everyone, but I like to feel like talking about art is, one of the things that I love the most about the hobby. And so this gives me a chance to do that every week. And if somebody learns something, or, somebody decides to see a piece that they own a different way or whatever, then I get a big kick out of that. So thanks to everybody for watching.
Thank you, Chris.
Have fun at Heroes, Bill. Say hi to Kazzer for me.
I will do that.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Care. All right. So I've already packed. I think I'm all ready to go, but I got to get up at 3:30. So that's 5 hours from now. So I'm going to try to have a nightcap and crash. But looking forward to seeing as many people as I can tomorrow at Heroes. I think our flight gets in at like 8:30. So we'll be I don't know where I'm going to go, because I don't even know what time the show opens on Friday. But we'll figure it out. A page I love. I do not have a page I love this week, Kazra. I thought about it. And Kevin Sharp will be at Heroes, so we'll see him tomorrow. Kevin has he has one more page I love that he has recorded for June, and he does have another page I love that I was not able to show in May. So I've got two to do after tonight. So there will be 2 more of those before the end. Weekly. No. At any rate, so again, you're going to Heroes. I'll see you there. And again, thank you for hanging out for the 200 episodes. It's been a lot of fun. I know that there's at least 200 more in the tank, and it's going to be the things that we've got going on are going to be a lot of fun, I think, for everybody. I'm excited for the remainder of this year. I'm excited for the next OAX. We're going to be talking to so many collectors this weekend who I'm sure we're going to be encouraging to go to OAX. We're going to be talking to a few artists. There's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen this weekend, and again, I hope to see many of you there. Say hey and have a wonderful night. And when do I catch you next? I think I have a show next Tuesday, but I can't remember with whom. But whatever it is, that's when I'll see you next, or I'll see you this weekend at Heroes.